Oh my god.
Welcome to the freaking best music piece in the entire game.
I don't know. Emil had a pretty impressive piece of music too. I really like Emil's music, but oh my god, I can listen to this song on hours end.
I gave it a good description earlier. If heaven had elevator music, this would be it.
Interesting.
It's kind of sad too because the last Lighthouse and Lost Age, from what I listened to, its music isn't nearly as epic as the one in this game. Which is funny because that's the last Lighthouse period, but...
Yeah.
What am I doing?
I absolutely love Venus Lighthouse's soundtrack.
What about
Yeah.
its
I just think
design?
the
What's your...
puzzle's very forgettable.
Yeah, unfortunately so. You know, he had a freaking awesome puzzle right there that Ken just figured out. This one, not so much. It's just like, okay, I gotta do this and this and this again.
So in other words, they sort of ran out of ideas towards the end.
Yeah.
Not really, because originally the first two games were supposed to be one game. So they were far from out of ideas.
So with all this sand.
What
I mean,
the
they split it only because it wouldn't fit on
So
one
much
cart.
sand, oh my god, so much sand. I need to do a with lyrics for this freaking place.
I wonder something, Wecker. Do you think that if they actually made one game for this, that you would continue being Isaac's party the entire game?
Absolutely not. That was planned from the beginning.
Okay.
Okay, you know what? Do it. Brindle Foss, make it with lyrics for this place.
But that was
Now.
the problem. It didn't fit on one cartridge at a time, so that's why they had to split it.
Yeah.
If they had made it for a system later, it would have been fine.
Yeah. Like the 3DS, like if they made this for the 3DS, it would have been able to fit all of it.
Oh my god, I would
If they made
love...
this for the 3DS, it would suck. Because they would have to go all 3D-ish, and it just wouldn't work. I mean, this was cutting edge at the time for Advance.
Yeah.
I mean, they actually had a sort of a 3D battle system on a Game Boy Advance. Wow. Right now, they couldn't do that anymore. I mean, not to the same mind-blowing potential that it had.
Well, I'd still like to see a 3DS remake of Golden Sun, though. Because I'm going to say this right now. Coming to the end, I can finally base some opinions. This is easily becoming one of my favorite RPGs ever.
This is my favorite game for that reason. This is an RPG I seem to come back to all the time. Because one, it's simple, it's not convoluted like some of them I've played, and two, it's just the storyline is just absolutely good.
And not, I mean, it's generic, but not too generic.
I'm going to save my opinions for the end. I'm going to wait till the end credits start rolling till I start giving opinions, essentially.
And I'll refute every one of them.
And can
you don't know my opinions, bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
Not yet.
Yeah, I really don't like RPG games, like, personally, but this is, like, I love this game, like, and including the new one, like, I love this series, and I'm actually waiting for the continuations.
Personally, just last month, I finally played Dark Dawn, and I have to say I was disappointed. But coming back to this, I can not love it.
Yeah, it stayed true, but the thing is, I don't want to go too deep into it because I don't want to spoil anything.
But
No,
the thing
it
is,
had the spirit, but that was it.
but the thing is, it's only going to get better once I play Lost Age, from what I've heard.
Yeah,
Lost
to me,
Age is the masterpiece for the Game Boy Advance, hands down.
That's honestly, yeah, like Wacker said, it is the masterpiece of the Game Boy Advance. My opinion, it's the best game on the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah. No.
I don't know, my personal favorite game on the Game Boy Advance is Metroid Zero Mission to this day.
No, yeah, that's a really good game too.
That's just my favorite Metroid game after all, and hint. But yeah.
I'm actually glad I LP'd that game too.
I actually like the game WarioWare Twisted for Game Boy Advance. That probably was one of the best games I've ever played. Like,
have you guys
insanely beats all the other ones.
I don't know. Actually, that's funny because actually on my end, that's actually my least favorite of the series.
Really?
I don't know. I felt like the motion controls were really hard to... Like, the minigames were good, but the motion controls were so hard to get adjusted sometimes. It was rather annoying and tedious at points, so...
Have you guys ever played Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga?
I have.
Yes, of course.
I played all 3 of them.
Yeah, I played all 3 of them too.
I'm actually don't own the 3rd one, but I have rented it at one point. It was a good redemption factor for the 2nd one, because I really just did not like the 2nd one at all.
Dude, I'm right there with you. Didn't like the 2nd one very much.
The gameplay isn't ridiculously broken.
You know, the gameplay has
Holy
really
crap, these guys have so much experience points.
Well, it is a final dungeon.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it went up to 30 by the time I'm done.
I missed the Game Boy Advance.
I miss the Game Boy Advance too.
It's my favorite handheld from Nintendo, period.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, it had, in my opinion, also the best Pokemon series, which is also really nice. And I'm not a Pokemon player anymore, but that was the one thing that still kept me going for the series for a while.
I like that. You know, I noticed that I like a Kirby game, but not what many people like. I like Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland a lot.
No, plenty of people like Nightmare in Dreamland.
Really?
I'm pretty sure they
Maybe
do.
I'm thinking of Amazing Mirror. That's right.
Yeah, Amazing Mirror. That was the one. It was because of its Metroidvania style. Personally, I haven't played it myself, but
well, it's confusing. The map doesn't really help you on that one.
This episode right here, or most of this, should be devoted to Game Boy Advance talking.
No,
well,
it's just looking back, and that's what this episode is about. Right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, like, my favorite systems. These are my favorite systems, hand down. My favorite console is the GameCube. My favorite handheld is the Advance. I freaking love GameCube.
For console, I have to take one back. Nintendo 64 is for me.
That's a close second for me on the console-wise.
I'm just hoping the audio turns out okay. I'm pretty sure after I tested it, it should be fine. Just mentioning that now, but yeah.
Well,
I know
sounds fine.
Because Camtasia can be stupid, and I know people have seen it, but it messes up my mic audio sometimes. I hate it when it freaking does that. It pisses me off. And suddenly Sonic Blade is not doing as much damage as it should. Why?
It will sometimes, though.
You know, I'd hate to be a face on someone's knee.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense.
I'd hate to. I hate to be that face.
That freaking Chimera, man.
Okay, so I can actually cross this?
Yeah, you can.
Yep. That's the gimmick of the dungeon. Is the sand.
And the thing is, I don't hate it. Problem is that it was already used in another dungeon, like the desert.
And the whole sands covering up, like, the doors, that was already used in Mercury Lighthouse.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, really, this dungeon is just... I mean, of course, it's a final dungeon, so it can sort of be like a final exam kind of thing, but it doesn't really bring anything new.
So, would you say this is your least favorite Lighthouse?
Absolutely.
What would you say is the best Lighthouse?
The best Lighthouse? Jupiter, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't that one, like, I haven't really watched much, I really haven't looked at Lost Age, but this is just from hearing discussions, but isn't that place really plot heavy or whatever?
I'm just going to say this, Jupiter is the lighthouse where you can freaking fly.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Damn it, I can't move it! I mean, pick it up!
That reason alone makes it the best lighthouse.
Oh.
You can freaking fly. You can say, "Fly, my fools." Or, "Fly, you fools." And then you'd be like...
And it's smart enough to actually make flying puzzles. How many games have done that? I mean, other than Super Mario 64.
The only one that I can think of is some Zelda games. That's
the Deku Leaf.
Well, I think the first one to come to my mind was Superman 64.
Oh gosh.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Pull that
I have it right here next to me. That's the thing. It's sitting right there. I'm looking at it right now.
Actually, it's sitting on my shelf on the right of me.
There we go. We have a connection here.
Ken LP Superman 64.
No, we already did a let's. We already did a
Yeah.
let's look. That's all we're doing. That's as far
You know
as we're
what?
going.
Okay, here's my promise. If I ever do a let's play on my own again, this is what it's gonna be. Just to cement that I will never do a let's play on my own again.
I don't blame you.
Well, technically, on your own. You said on your own. Never mind.
Well, with blind LPs, I'm typically just going to do with people, unless it's like platformers or something. But because I already did that with Street Fighter X Mega Man. But no, in this case, when it comes to RPGs and longer games, yeah, I'm using guesses.
Yeah, I specifically said on my own because I know
Well,
what you're bring from that.
actually,
And the game is
speaking
not much better.
of blind RPGs, that's going to have to be a topic I need to cover by the end of this. Oh god.
Oh yeah. Well, you might as well get to it now.
Nah, I'll wait for the credits.
But you're already gonna give your opinion in the credits. They're not that long.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. I've played this game many times.
Oh my god, 219 damage. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Shine Plasma! Shine Plasma is boss.
See, here's the thing I don't get. How is plasma stronger than a spark? Just scientifically, because plasma is the stuff that forms around a lightning bolt, but isn't in itself harmful.
I don't know.
Well, then again, how... Well,
Chemical
here's another thing. Dragon skills? The crap is that? But anywho, as I was about to say, then when you think about it, what was his name again? Satiros? Satiros' energy was drained at the Mercury Lighthouse, right?
Correct?
Why wasn't Garrett's?
Because
Technically,
plot
kind of
hole.
was.
He didn't.
Actually,
He didn't
it kinda
have that
was.
much.
I'll put it this way, Ken. Garrett, I don't know if you noticed it, but Garrett's attack, like his fire attacks, were doing less damage. He wasn't being drained. It's just his powers weakened.
It was? That's actually a thing they programmed?
Oh, that has the
that's
same...
actually a thing they programmed. Yeah.
That has the same defense as the...
Interesting. I never noticed that, Matt.
Yeah. It didn't drain him. It just it just made him weaker a little bit.
I mean, I think I read theories about this exact thing, and apparently other people haven't noticed it either, because the best theory people came up with is that because he's not so much linked to the element of Mars itself, it's just that's slightly stronger in him than other elements, because sort of all elements are represented in Veil. So that's why he wasn't drained.
Okay, if I run into any more equipment, then I'm gonna have to go and start removing this cursed equipment.
Yeah, that's gonna be a hassle.
Yeah, because you had to put the dragon scales back, didn't you?
No, I have it, but I can't equip it. I had to, like, rearrange some of my items.
You're gonna really hate yourself now. To what's coming up next?
Why, is there a mini boss in this dungeon?
No, there's no mini boss.
Mini boss in Golden Sun? No. Golden Sun doesn't do mini bosses.
Son. Oh, don't tell me I had to push that thing all the way up there. Oh well, if it's one of those puzzle rooms that don't have any enemy encounters in them, that's not too bad.
Eh.
Or
That's just an easy, quick way to get back if you ever need to.
Yeah.
This dungeon really loves Carrie.
Well, it's sort of the dungeon's gimmick, the only thing that's sort of unique about it.
But then again, at the same time, where else are you gonna use it, right?
Yeah, because
That's
that was
actually
like,
the point.
yeah, because they give it to you right at the end.
And
I mean, what, you used it in 2 dungeons?
Synergy, because it sort of combines 2 synergies you already have.
So I take it once I get all these sand rivers going, that's pretty much my gateway to the final boss.
Pretty much.
And, like, in meta terms, there's no reason you couldn't just have whoever has lift in your party and Isaac use move, and then those two together to do carry, even if they don't have carry. Yeah. So in meta terms, carry does not make sense.
It's basically just move and lift combined,
yeah,
really.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So if you just have two adepts standing right there, just doing their synergies together, which would be freaking awesome if they could combine like that.
There's something about that freaking storm wave that just pisses me off.
What?
It does so much freaking damage.
Oh yeah.
See, that's something I actually would like to see in the series, more out of combat teamwork.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Because, especially because they're all so unique in their powers, that's something that really could, you know, sort of the team feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't get that. The real team feeling. And you should get
Random
into also, but
this room is important. This room is important.
I know that chest is just calling my name. It's going, kid,
dude,
get me item, get me item.
Yes.
The freak is a Geyer blade.
Oh,
if only you knew. That's the
oh,
blade. You know, Ken, when I told you, I said,
damn it!
You know when I said, you're gonna really start kicking yourself, you equipped Isaac a cursed weapon? That was the reason!
You told me the cursed equipment was the most powerful stuff in the game.
And it can only be equipped to Isaac, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, wait, what about Garrett? What's Garrett's most powerful weapon? Or is it just a Demon Axe?
I think
Demon Axe.
Yeah.
Lame. Oh wait, that's wrong.
So, but wait, you're using cursed weapons on 2 of your characters?
He's using cursed weapon on 3 of his characters from the looks of it.
Yeah, 3 characters, but
so
Mia has a cleric's ring, so it's not a big deal.
How come I've never seen the cursed effect kick in during battle?
No, it does, but I scroll through the text so fast that most people don't notice it. In fact, it took me a while to realize it actually, what it did.
The curse is nasty sometimes, you know that? Sometimes you just skip a turn.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I hate it so much.
So why do you use it?
I didn't figure that out until I equipped it.
Well, then remove it. I mean, you have a cleric's ring. You can have 1 free pass.
Oh, okay.
Just
I see what. I see where this all needs to go now.
Just load up 1 person with all the cursed stuff and remove from everyone else. That's what you should do.
You should, yeah. That's what I did. I always piled it on Garrett.
For some reason, me too.
Because you got the Demon Axe, man.
Just the name Demon Axe makes people tremble and.
I know. You know, this puzzle sort of gives me flash forwards to Gabamba.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Because it's pretty much the same puzzle.
Yeah, but sucks that this is the worst Lighthouse, but at the same time, it's got the best music ever.
And yeah, exactly. I think you sort of messed up, dude.
Yeah, I know. Son.
See, you don't have a horizontal piece, so you cannot use that right path.
Yeah, I know. I figured I derped and completely forgot.
Again, I really want you to go back and equip that.
I will.
Don't do it. Let Matt eat himself over it. I want to see him suffer.
This is driving me insane.
No, technically I'm suffering.
No. As long as Matt's suffering, you can enjoy it.
Why do they have the exact same attack power as the cursed items? Don't kind of make them useless in a way?
Well, you get the cursed items earlier, so that's sort of the advantage.
Yeah, but it's an optional dungeon. Like, some people would probably tackle the secret dungeon after the game's over. Especially,
actually, no, they wouldn't. But that's for you'll see that. Like,
what?
You'll see reason why.
I say that because the super boss is harder than the final boss, but
No.
no.
Like I said, you'll see as soon as you're done.
I take it I don't need to be saving after. Wait. Huh. I'll ask questions later.
Shoot first, ask questions later. That's the manly way.
Well, don't you know I'm the manliest person in this call?
I know.
I want sexy beast on this website.
You're like the manliest man who ever manned.
It's a true fact.
What is a man?
How do you have
You know what a
that
true
on
man would
hand?
do? True man would go to a mountain and just punch a cave in it. That's what the man would do.
Da 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 ba 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 ba. Oh my god, that's a glass sandfall. Oh my god, looks like we're getting to the end of things. What's that holy looking platform? It looks important-ish. But unfortunately, we can't soak in the epicness any longer because there's a battle in my way.
Run!
Crap! The music loops. That's like the first time I know.
Encore!
The music doesn't like continue when you get off of a battle. That sucks.
Encore!
Why did I not notice that till now?
Please, I wish I could hear the music. It's really kind of bummy.
You said you could hear my end though.
Yeah.
I'll let you understand.
I don't know. I mean, from the start I could hear it, but not anymore.
Whoa.
This looks interesting.
Yeah, that looks like the gate to the final boss. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out and take off this cursed equipment. So I hate to ruin all epicness here, but alas, we need to save this moment for later because I need to take off this cursed equipment. So see you guys then.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Retreat.